A popular summer pastime is soon to return, but with a few extra dollars needed from the city. Thousands have enjoyed a ride around the park on the mini steam engine train. However, the cost of running the operation has risen and council has had to up its funding.
Took fine art and I've written track standards.
What lies behind these doors is a piece of Canadian history. Dubbed as the Little Prince, he's a little older than he looks, and his engine needs a tune-up from time to time.
Well, he's 103 years old for starters, and so there is no part out there on a shelf. If something goes, we have to have it manufactured for us or hope that we've got something in the back that we can repurpose.
The steam engine was donated by the Canadian National Railway in 1971. By summer of 1978, it was pulling passenger cars with lots of fans at Fort George Park. The city owns the train, but in 2011, the Exploration Place Museum took over operations.
Well, the train's been operating at a deficit since we took it on in 2011, and we really didn't know, us or the city, what it was going to cost to operate this train when we started with this whole process back then.
The city and museum have a 5-year funding contract in place. In January, the museum asked council to increase its funding allocation from $15,000 to $25,000. Yesterday, council approved that request.
We had some in our budget that we were able to find to make that possible for, as we want to keep that going. It's something that we're quite proud of.
The track runs on 2.2 kilometers of 24-inch gauge rail, the only one of its kind in North America. Track inspections cost upwards of $30,000 a year, but those services are donated. Staffing and training engineers to operate the train is what drives up cost.
Well, first you have to bring it, fire it up, get the steam pressure up. You have, right here's your throttle, so that's like your gas pedal. This one's your forward and reverse, and this one here is your brake.
So we have to operate according to all of the same Canadian railroad standards, and it's expensive to meet passenger safety rules and regulations.
With the extra money on hand and an ice cream shop that opened last summer, the museum hopes to break even this summer. The 5-year funding contract will also need to be renewed.
That will be expiring this year, and then we'll sit down with the Exploration Place to look at renewing it.
For now, the Little Prince is stowed away until the May long weekend. Then he'll come out of hibernation and bring smiles to the faces of children around the city. Emily Lazatin, CKPG News.